touch on what does it make of that today? Just the fixture is just catching with you.
I mean, I think somewhat. I don't really like to question fixture. This is the way it goes. I think we all know it's a bit odd that we've got 2 games now to the end of January, league games that is, but that's the way it goes. I can't make an excuse after. I didn't make it before. But what I would say when you add in injuries, then it gets a bit more tough on the players. They're playing a lot of football, high-level football, of course. And we put a lot into the last 2 performances and got nothing. I thought we were excellent down at Spurs. We certainly took on a very strong Man City side. And when you get nothing, you come into the third one and you're wondering, can they go again? And unfortunately today we were left wanting. Against a good side who are playing well at the moment. When their tails are up, and they've had good results, especially at home. And they capitalised on that, I thought. They played well, so there's absolutely no taking away from them. But we were just off today. But it's I've got to I reminded the players, we've come a long way, and it's only the second time we've been way off since Villa. And that was the second game of the season. So that's a big shift in where we were last season, I believe.
Will you hold for
Absolutely, whatever you think. I just thought we put our team the best we could with the people that we've got, the availability of the players, who could play, who could get us a result. We've got results with that system, with them players in the past, or a version of it. These are the challenges of football. The basic principle today, if you look at the goals, they're focus goals. They're when you lose focus, and usually you lose focus when you're fatigued. So I think there's definitely an element. I know the stats, I know the facts of the Premier League, and I know where we're at with them. And I know the condensed period and how it affects players. It looked to me like there was a lack of focus rather than anything else. No, all right. Yeah.
How frustrating was it, Sean, in that, like you said, when you've been forced to go with that formation in the past, it's worked well, it's been an effortless transition, but like you say, it was tough today, wasn't it?
Well, first half, they didn't really create much. We didn't either, but we have a good chance with Dom. And then second half, we're OK until the second goal. And when you go 2-0 down in any Premier League game, particularly away from home, it's hard. You look at the stats and facts, it's a difficult problem to solve. And then we had to get open. We opened up. We went after it a bit more, made changes which were more, if you like, progressive in the sense of opening up. And then the price to pay is how open you are at the other end. We didn't capitalise on our chances. They did on their third, and they had other chances after that. So, like I say, it's the risk and reward of these things, But we put a side out that I believe could win, and a side that has played in that formation before and done very well. So, like I say, it's easier football, after the event. Before, it's the key.
Although it's raw at the moment, like you say, do you take positives from the fact you said that it's the first time since Villa that you really have been able to?
Yeah, it's not raw. There's a reality to what we all do. And I've just seen what happened. I know the stats and the facts before the game. I know after. Well, I'll know tomorrow. It's not a lack of effort, but like I say, when the effort level is mixed with focus, lots of games, the intensity of a game, then that sometimes goes against you. And I thought it was wearing at the end of the Man City game. I was wondering today if they could go again with the intensity we want them to. And I think in the end we couldn't, and against a side who were really, really good, by the way. I thought they were sharp. They looked like they just had a bit more than us on the energy front. But like I said, with the injuries, it has stretched us to the limit.
I was just asking about Dele Alli, because I think after Tottenham you said he was a long way off. There's pictures been about with a pair of crutches.
No, he's just been assessed, and we're monitoring his situation and trying to progress the best we can.
What is it he's actually got at the moment?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're getting him assessed at the moment, yeah.
For what?
For an injury. Yeah, no, he's getting assessed at the moment for an injury, yeah.
Thank you.
Sure, can I just ask you what the booking were about?
What the what, sorry?
One of your coaches started.
Oh, he just threw a bottle of water at the floor. I know it's awful that. God, you wouldn't want that in the game, would you? Someone who's third goal goes in, you throw a bottle of water at the floor. How dare he? How dare he do that? My goodness. Yeah, the bottle needed treatment, yeah. Honestly, don't even bother with all that. I mean, I don't know. 9 minutes at the end of the game. They had 57 games in a week. Let's add 9 minutes on. See if anyone can get injured. It's like, who knows? Anyways.
It's not feeling like you're not growing up anymore.
I don't want to start going down that road, but they keep changing rules. Who knows? You will watch it, I don't know. Someone will run over to the screen and let them know that the bottle did get thrown at the floor. Who knows?
Sure, the PFA have said this week that the players themselves are starting to complain a lot about the scheduling and the amount of games they're having to play in a short space of time. Do you think that's an issue from their point point of view?
No, I think you know, you got to remember, and I do know that the bigger picture of the Premier League fixtures, when you add in the European competitions, the teams that are playing in Champions League, and obviously there has to be a period when you can't fit everything, and the juggling, I'm sure, is not easy. But it is a bit, when you look at the month of December, especially with yourself with Cup game as well, then you look at January and we've got two, and then you go, well, surely there must be a better way. And now they want to keep the integrity in the sense of the amount of games each team play as close together as possible. Sometimes you might have to go out of kilter because it just, you know, it's one of them twists and turns, isn't it, of a season. You know, it obviously suits the teams with the big squads because you can play more players. If you haven't got a big squad, then you're at stretch, which we found over the last few weeks. But I don't want to cry it in too much. Like, it's the reality. The fixtures come out, we know what they are, we get a warning, we support the players the best we can. We work through the fixtures. You know, if you win them, no one questions it. If you lose them, people start questioning it. But from the PFA point of view, then like, I'm a bit lost with it all. You know, you know, they say players play too many games. Then they say we're going to have 10 minutes on a game.
Yeah.
You're like, well, hang on, where does that live then? Who's saying what? You know, what are you trying to do? You know, what's the outcome? If it's health and well-being, well, then surely it's not a good outcome to add 10 minutes onto other games and over a season, of course. So who knows? Every reason, there's another alter reason, so.
It just seems that with the injuries, it doesn't seem to have played with you at all.
Well, I don't think it's been helpful, but we have pulled out results when we've changed the team in other games. Fair to say when there's been a bigger rest period. But like I say, I don't want to start, I don't cry it in before. I see the fixture list, right, let's get on with it. So I'm not going to start crying it after. We knew the fixture list, we know it's going to be tough. It's just unfortunate within that period you get injuries. You're trying to get players back fit and you can't do much work with them in between getting on the pitch because obviously the games come around like Andre and Seamus. You're more or less going, well, we're going to have to put them out there because we haven't got many players left. But they shouldn't really be under that because they should have had a programme to get them ready to go out there, not the other way around. That's where it gets a bit tough. And you ask a lot of these players, but that's the way it is. And we will continue to ask a lot of these players, make no mistake about it.
Notwithstanding the fatigue, how disappointed were you with the lack of threat to Wolves' goal?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the hardest thing in the game is scoring goals. That's why the strikers are hard to find and they cost so much money. I believe we've got a side that can score goals. I think we've proved that this season. We've kept 6 clean sheets, so that's a good sign as well. Some days it goes against you. Today, and like I say, you must remember, I thought Wolves played really well as well, by the way. First half, not so much. I didn't think there was that much in it, chance-wise. Second half, they were really strong. They looked sharper. They look more open and confident. You know, they've got a good home record. They've just had a good result. We came off the back of 2 big performances that gained us nothing. You know, so that's sometimes the change in it as well. But it's not just fatigue. I thought they were good. I think they're a good outfit. They've grown into a good outfit, and they've shown that.
Do you think, I don't know, the players perhaps just lost a bit of heart, you know, just because they've given so much and...
No, I think. I mean, look, if they did, there's no reason to. I just think that, like I said at the beginning of this, that you know, I played a lot of football, not at this level, but it takes a lot out of you. They're all televised. They're all, you know, big games. Never more so than the last couple. You go down to Tottenham, we were terrific and didn't get nothing from it. Played Man City. Everyone said they looked a bit jaded. Trust me, they didn't. As I said before, they weren't flying economy back. I think they'll be all right. You know, you look at these teams, you go, look, these are the challenges. We've all got them. But the overriding thing for me is that the first time we've looked away from what we do since Villa, which was the second game of the season, that's a big, strong sign of where we were and where we are. And if you adjust the 10 points back on, I think everyone would go, well, you know, they're doing pretty well. You know, it's a big shift from where it was last season when I walked in the building. So I've got to be careful to not forget about the bigger picture whilst being disappointed. Make no mistake. You know, I thought we could have got a result here today. I thought the team we put out could have got a result here today. But it's a reminder, you step away from your performance, they play well, and that's what happens in the Premier League.